Mercedes' controversial DAS system has been declared legal by race stewards in Austria following a protest from Red Bull Racing on Friday. Red Bull formally lodged a complaint against the system on the Mercedes W11 on Friday evening, following the two practice sessions in which Merc used the system first seen in pre-season testing. This was a process to finally get an official stance on the legality of the system, following questions over whether the system breached regulations regarding steering or suspension systems. Red Bull argued a breach of several technical regulations related to steering and suspension, saying that since the system wasn't used on every lap during practice, its primary function was to do with something other than steering the car. They also argued that since the system was used without a change of trajectory going down the straights, it wasn't used for steering the car. They said the system was primarily used as a tyre temperature management system, rather than a steering system. Merck's counter-argument was that the system is a fully legal steering system, as it's only mounted on the steering rack, only uses hydraulic power, and only permits the realignment of the two front wheels. They said it had zero influence on the car's suspension system, and argued that its sole ability of being able to change the toe angle is the same as conventional cornering, i.e. the steering angle. Presenting why they felt the system was legal, they said, any driver knows that changing the toe makes the car change its steer response from lazy to nervous. Changing this value while the car is manoeuvring, in corners or on the straights, will cause the car to steer. DAS is a steering system that allows the driver to optimise the toe, and therefore the steer response of the car during a run, instead of being confined to changing only from run to run. There's quite a bit more to the argument, as you can see on screen, but it's quite long and complicated, so these are the main points. Having examined the Merc system, the stewards sided with them, deeming DAS legal. Remaining under full control of the driver with no electrical assistance, they agreed the system is part of the steering system exclusively. Going against the technical articles presented by Red Bull, the stewards were able to refute the points by pointing out that steering is an exception to the rules regarding suspension movement and control. In conclusion, the stewards said, therefore, we consider DAS to be a legitimate part of the steering system and hence to satisfy the relevant regulations regarding suspension or aerodynamic influence. In the opinion of the stewards, the DAS system is physically and functionally a part of the steering system. As such, it benefits of the implicit exceptions to certain suspension regulations applicable to steering. Red Bull do have the right to appeal the decision, but from a technical perspective, DAS does appear to be a very clever manipulation of a loophole that has been exploited by Mercedes. It will be closed by the FIA in the 2021 technical regulations. That's it from me for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter @ThomasMarr on F1.